This is Fredericktown Black Cats football on KDKZ Channel 18.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Fredericktown High School for tonight's game between the Potosi Trojans and your Fredericktown Black Cats. Beautiful night for football. If you're not here, you should be. If you're not, sit back and enjoy Black Cat football on AM 1450 and 103.9 The Mix. Both teams out for a coin toss here, just about ready to go. My partner Chuck Piniel's somewhere else tonight, so I got a special guest in the booth with me tonight, Jeff Jensen. Appreciate you joining us.
Oh, Dave, thanks for having me again. It's always a pleasure to come and watch Black Cat football with you.
It's always a pleasure to have you here, a guy with a lot of football knowledge. And last time we were together, we watched Central go down to Country Day. Remember that?
Yes, we did. That was a heartbreaker. But I tell you what, we've watched some great games, and I hope we have another one tonight. Two very competitive teams, both 2-2. Potosi brings a lot of the same things to the table that the Black Cats bring, which is real competitive kids that are going to be well coached, and they're going to play physical, hard-nosed football. So I think we're in for a real nice game tonight.
I'd like to welcome the fans watching on KDKZ Channel 18. We will air that game on Sunday at noon, so if you don't get to listen to the game or watch it tonight, you can watch that game on KDKZ 18, the Dawkins broadcast group out of Farmington. That game comes on at noon, and immediately following the North County Farmington game will be on. So welcome all the TV side here, and hope you enjoy the football game tonight. We'll keep you abreast of everything that's going on around the league. Some really good games around the league, Jeff Jensen.
Well, we've got Central at St. John. That's probably the marquee matchup tonight.
It really is. What do you think?
I think it's going to be whoever scores the big number. I think it's going to take a lot of points to win that game in the 40s. I think if St. John can get into the 40s, they might be able to outscore Central. Central's a very, very strong defensive team. That's going to be a real interesting game. Being at St. Genevieve, I think that's a big plus for him.
I like Bob Stolzer. He's the master of making adjustments at halftime, I think. You know, he can dissect the team and figure out what's going on, and at halftime he'll come out with a different look.
Absolutely.
And throw it at you and put a lot of points on the board.
You know, Dave, this is the game that was circled in the conference on day one.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is the one everybody was looking for. You know, we stepped up against Central. We played a very good game. We've got a bunch of young kids that stepped up and did some great things. They're a very strong defensive team, so that's going to be interesting to see what St. John can do against them.
Another pretty good matchup up in North County. North County
at Farmington, absolutely. We've got North County at Farmington. Another Jefferson County game, DeSoto at Windsor. Another conference game, Perryville at Maplewood. That'll be an interesting game tonight. And then Hillsborough.
That should be two teams kind of down on it a little bit, you know, but should be a pretty good matchup.
I think that's going to be a good game. I think Perryville will be very competitive in that game. And then Hillsborough Festus.
Man, that Festus team really playing good football.
They've got a bunch of athletes, from what I understand. The guys that saw them play Farmington just said they had a ton of tremendous, talented kids, big kids.
Just about set to go here. Ryan Morgan getting ready to tee it up. Some last-minute instructions for his guys. Two guys deep for Potosi. I guess I better get my game face on here. Three guys deep, standing at the 15-yard line. Ryan Morgan steps into it, taking it to 17 to the 20 to the 25. Across the 30, hit there by Reed Roberts. He'll go down at the 32-yard line, and Potosi will take over there, 1st and 10 on their own 32.
That was number 24, Dylan King, on the return. Good coverage by the Black Cats, and here they come with their defensive squad out to see if we can get a 3-and-out.
We do have a young team, but gave it a little different look last week with the I formation. I think we'll see a little bit of that here tonight. Plus, we'll see some of the spread formation too, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I think that was a great call. Of course, we've got a super staff that is going to do the best thing for the kids and put them in the situations that they're going to be most competitive in, and they did a good job last week.
Aaron Vinson will run it for the Potosi Trojans. He'll hand off to the fullback straight ahead, breaks it across the 35 to the 37. A gain of 4 to be a 2nd down and 6.
Looks like Brock O'Neill stepped out of his safety position to come up and make a tackle, about a 5 or 6 yard gain, and that's going to be 2nd and 6.
Black Cats lost one of their guys this week. Chase Sheldon broke a collarbone, so he's done for the season, I guess.
That's a tough thing. You got a senior there that started the year on the DL. He was injured the first week, and that's a tough
trying to make it back and got hurt again.
Here we go, 2nd
Vincent
and 6.
in the shotgun, takes it, pitches to the tailback, hit in the backfield, gets across the 35 to the 38, out across the 40.
They did a good job of turning that in. Just about had a 3 yard loss.
Black Cats had him in the backfield, but he got away and gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Here we come already early in the game. We're at 3rd and 2. This is a huge possession, trying to get them to get the change turned around here and give the Black Cats the ball back.
3rd down, Potosi at their own 41-yard line. Vince is still in the shotgun. 2 men in the backfield with him, 2 wide receivers set, 1 to each side.
They're going to run a little power, it looks like.
Vincent takes the snap, fumbles the ball, and now he's on the move at his 30. Hit there. Dalton King still on his feet. Back at his 20, breaks it to the 25, gets out to the 25-yard line, and a big loss. Good defense by the Black Cats.
Excellent pursuit. We had about 4 Black Cats get hands on him and about a 20-yard return there. It was about a 15-yard loss, but he ran about 30 yards, losing that 15, and I think finally looked like Chris Philly got a hand on him and got him down. So it's going to be 4th and long, and looks like we're going to have our first punt of the night.
Potosi will be forced to punt as their punter stands back at his own 10-yard line.
Looks like Chris Harwood deep to receive.
Chris Harwood stands at his own 40, 38-yard line. Waits the snap here.
Oh.
Potosi moved, but just a line shift. Now the punter steps into it, gets off a good spiral. Harwood at his own 35 to the 40. Hit hard at the 43. They'll give him the 44-yard line. Black Cats take over there, 1st and 10.
About a 5-yard return. It was a returnable punt. Nice punt. And, you always love it when you see a lineman go back to kick. He's got his gloves on and to do the punting.
You never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen. He did a nice job and got off a nice punt. And but when all that's said and done, Fredericktown's going to have excellent field position.
Philly
1st and 10.
Philly and Roberts in the backfield for Drake Spangler. He'll go under center, 2 wide receiver set.
Back in that eye you were talking
I
about.
formation. Spangler takes a snap, fakes. Now he rolls to the far side, in and out of the hands of Philly at the 47-yard line.
Looks like there's already a flag on the ground there, Dave, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a false start or a hold. Looks like we're going to have a hold.
Yep. It's in the area of a hold, and it is.
Looks like they caught one of the outside guys. I'm going to say it was our tackle on the right side with a little bit of a grab to try to keep somebody from getting back there.
Some other interesting games.
Oh, a defensive hold, Dave. We got to get that
reversed
reversed here.
There you go.
They called holding on the linebacker that was guarding Chris Philly.
That's going to bring it up to the 45 of Potosi. They will move the chains. It's going to be 1st down, so we'll move the chains. Some other games going on, some big important games. The Cardinals hosting the Cubs, and Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
Could be the clincher night.
Yes, sir. Spangler under center, I formation. 2 wide receivers. Pitches to Reed Roberts off the far side. Breaks a tackle at the 40, 45. Gets inside the 42 to the 41. They'll spot it at the 42-yard line.
Like
gain of 3.
3-yard gain. Couple nice blocks. If we just stay on one more out there, I think he gets another 3 or 4 yards.
We talked with Coach Henson in the pregame show, and he was really impressed with the way his offensive line played, and allowed Reed Roberts 2 plays over 100 yards.
Absolutely, those kids have got some experience on their right side. You got a couple of senior stars.
Harwood comes to the near side. Spangler hangs off to the up man straight ahead, across the 40, inside the 40 to the 36. Going to be close to another 1st down. Going to be a little short.
Chris may not be the largest fullback in the conference, but he does a fine job. He's a stout kid. He's about 145-pounder probably.
And he's getting a lot of playing time. And I saw him this week, and he was really excited because he's starting to, get the ball, and he's doing a real good job.
Here we go, another one of those big plays, 3rd and short.
He, along with Reed Roberts in the backfield, Spangler under center, takes a snap, hands off to Reed Roberts, sidesteps a man at the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, gets across the 35 down to the 31. That's going to be a first down. Move the chains again.
Wasn't much in between the tackles, so he popped it out, busted it out, got the 2 yards he needed to move the chains. So.
I don't know if it's he likes this I formation or something, but last week and this week starting out already, a lot of bounce in his step.
You know, it's interesting. Some kids, they just see the field better when they're back there in that eye or in that pistol or whatever it is than they do sometimes in those read option type things.
Spangler under center again. He rolls to the far side looking for a man. Got good block. Throws down the field. Caught. Sidesteps a man at the 25. Gets inside the 24 to the 23. Is it Tyler Reed?
Mm-hmm. Tyler Reed. That was a well-designed play. Got a good block out of the backfield. The line did a good job of holding up. Drake did a fine job of rolling out, and then Tyler Reed did an excellent job of coming back to the football. He kind of sat down in the zone, and as a result, we've got second and half a yard.
Comes Harwood to the near side again. Tyler Reed goes to the far side. Spangler in the I formation again under center. He takes a snap. Pitch to Reed Roberts to the near side to the 25. Turns it upfield. Stiff arms a man at the 20 and out of bounds at the 19. Good stiff arm.
Should get the first down.
Going to spot it at the 19. They'll move the chains again. Offense on the move, looking good so far.
You know, you find a comfort zone, and what you said earlier about Reed Roberts looking a little more comfortable. Sometimes a kid just sits back there when they're about 7 yards deep like that, 6 yards deep, and can see the field. Their vision's just a little bit different. Spangler
takes a snap again, hands off to the up man, Philly. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. He might get one. Down to the 17. They'll give him 2. 2 tough yards there. Good play by the defense. Stack it up.
Yeah, did a good job of trying to fake the pitch on that, but nobody up front bought into that, and it's going to be second and about 8. So far, the Cats have moved the ball, relatively easy.
Philly and Reed Roberts behind Drake Spangler. Hands off to Philly. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Going to lose one. Back to the 19.
Well, we're down here in the go forward on 4th down territory. We're going to have 3rd and long, but this is one of those plays on 3rd down. You just want to pick up 5, 6, 7 yards to make it a manageable 4th down if you get in that position. You don't want to be sitting here at 4th and 10.
Absolutely, that makes it tough.
That 4th and 5 would be a much better situation.
Tyler Reed and Harwood go to the far side. Spangler under center, hands off to Reed Roberts straight up the middle. Jumps over a man, gets to the line of scrimmage, may gain 1. It's going to bring up a 4th down, just like you talked about, 4th down and 8, and that makes it tough.
Well, I think this is one of those situations where they look for 85. Tyler Reed, he's been pretty steady this year, and he's been their go-to guy at times. So it's going to be interesting to see where he lines up.
Trips to the far side. Philly goes out there with Reed, Tyler Reed, and Chris Harwood now. Spangler goes in the shotgun with just Reed Roberts in the backfield.
You got 32, Rylan Matthews.
One
down here on the bottom. And
played a little tight end last week.
Yep.
Drake Spangler back to pass. Hit, breaks a tackle. Hit again and slips and falls at the 24. Potosi will take over 1st and 10 on downs at their own 24-yard line.
Well, Dave, just as I'd said, Fredericktown was moving the ball with a little bit of ease. 4 quick plays and out, so the ball's going to be turned back over to Potosi. Going to be deep in their territory, but now it's back to the Black Cat defense to see what they can do to shut down this Trojan offense.
Play a little field position here.
Right now, that's the
3
thing.
And out.
You
Punt.
bet.
Aaron Vincent breaks the huddle now. 1 wide receiver to the near side, 1 to the far side. Vincent in a shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Riddle, straight ahead across the 25 to the 27, a gain of a couple. Bring up a 2nd down and 8. We got a chance to talk to Caleb Carver's dad. He's sitting right below us here. Took a pretty good lick last week, but sat out of practice a few days, but seems to be okay and ready to go. We haven't seen him yet.
He's right there, number 30, standing
on defense.
On defense. We haven't seen him on the offensive side yet, but he's one of those kids that he's a physical, tough player, and whenever he's going to be involved in a play, there's going to be a lot of contact. And unfortunately, sometimes you get your bell rung, but the medical staff checked him out, and he was good to go early in the week. So glad to see him back out there.
Vincent in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes it, looks down the field to number 9 at midfield. He was open.
The ball was going to be a little bit, it was really thrown out of bounds, but he had his man beat. The Potosi receiver had the deep man beat, and had the throw been a little bit more in the field of play, I think that would have resulted in a big play for Potosi. He had a nice looking arm on that throw, Dave. He threw that downfield about 30 yards with a little bit of something on it.
That was Gavin Wright. He got in behind Smothers, but luckily the ball was overthrown. That would have been a big play there. Instead, it's 3rd down and 6.
Another one of those big possessions that Black Cat defense needs to step up and put them in a punting situation again.
Potosi at their own 28. Vincent in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the near side, looking straight back to pass. Throws across the middle.
Open.
Caught at the 44. 1st down, Potosi.
Tackled by Christian Parsley, but it's going to be about 15 yards. It's going to result in a Potosi 1st down. He's got a little zip on that ball, Dave, and this may be what Potosi tries to look at for the next couple of possessions. They may want to see if they can throw it on us.
Vincent likes to run around. He likes to extend the play and look for wide receivers, and he's got a couple good ones in Cooley and that time Franklin. Vincent in the shotgun again. 1 running back in the backfield. Hit immediately. Good defensive play there by the Black Cats.
32, Ryland Matthews came down from that DM position and did the right thing. Saw the ball once it got handed off, he crashed down and made a tackle it kept it right out about the line of scrimmage. No gain.
2nd down and 10, Potosi at the 44-yard line.
Well, what do you think? I bet they dial up another pass. They've had a little success a couple of times. They've found a couple guys open. They found some spots and some soft spots in our defensive backfield. So it'll be interesting to see if they throw it again. But nope.
Handoff straight ahead. Breaks it across
right
the midfield. Across the 40 to the 35. Down to the 30-yard line. Finally tackled there by Chris Philly as he gets inside the 30 to the 29. Straight up the middle. That's Riddle.
Once he got 5 yards through, there wasn't a Black Cat. And thank goodness number 11, Chris Philly, was there to chase him down, or else that was a score.
I think the Black Cats were thinking like you were. They're going to put it in the air, and they're playing pass defense, and he runs right up the middle.
I think they caught us in a little blitz that maybe we were a man short out there, and we left the gap open, and they just ran it right up the middle.
Franklin goes to the far side. Gavin Wright comes to the near side. Vincent in the shotgun again. Whistle comes in as he was going to pitch to Riddle.
Like defensive encroachment. We're going to have a 5-yard penalty.
Lined up in the neutral zone.
5 yards, so it's going to be 1st and 15.
Oh, it does go against Potosi. Good.
Potosi.
Somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Yep. And with 3:59 left in this first quarter, Potosi's got their first real drive of the evening going. So once again, it's that time when you've got them 1st and 15, and you need to make a stop. You need that big play right here.
Ball inside the 35 at the 34. 1st and 15 for Potosi. Vincent in the shotgun again. 1 wide receiver to each side. Takes a snap, pitches to Riddle off the far side, sidesteps a man across the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle at the 30, gets inside the 30 down to the 26, gets part of it back, so it'll be manageable 3rd down here.
Well, he's picked that up. He's got about 10 yards on that play, so it's going to be 2nd and about 5 or 6 yards, it looks like. Maybe 7. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7, ball on the 26-yard line of the Black Cats. Pirates Reds.
That's a big game, Dave, that Pirates Reds game. The Cardinals could actually have it clinched before they get done with their game. If Cincinnati steps up and beats the Pirates tonight, that would be it.
Pirates are winning 2-0 in the 3rd inning here.
Well, if the Reds win, that's a clincher for the Cardinals, and they're going to be Central Division champs. But
Blues are in action tonight. The Cardinals getting ready to start. We'll keep you abreast of all those games. It's
you got a little preseason hockey. You got the first game's Thursday night. The Blues crank it up. Start the regular season on Thursday night.
I love hockey.
Me too.
3rd and 3. Vincent in the shotgun, hands to the tailback. He goes straight ahead. Looks like he's going to be short. It's going to bring up a 4th down. He gains 1. It's going to be 4th and 2.
Another stop by number 32, Ryland Matthews. Same play, crashed down off that end so far.
He had a good game last week, too.
Mr. Matthews has read that very well, read that dive. But now he's got to be careful. They're going to suck him in and try to run around him here. So he needs to keep that head up and find that. And
we're back to.
Looks like we're going to have 3rd down or 4th down and that 2 yards, Dave.
Vincent in the shotgun, hands off to Riddle straight ahead, breaks it. 1st down and more as he gets inside the 15 down to about the 11-yard line.
Riddle, boys, that's Blaine Riddle. He's a 175-pound junior for Potosi, and he's done a fine job of running the ball between the tackles.
Smothers on the tackle, but when the safeties and the backs are making all the tackles, they're gaining a lot of yardage.
That's not the way you want your stat sheet to look.
Looks like first and goal just inside the 10.
Early at St. Genevieve, Dave, we've got St. Gen 7, Central 0 early in the.
Riddle breaks it off tackle at the 5, steps into the end zone. Touchdown. 1:31 to go first quarter. Potosi strikes first. We'll see. It looks like the kicking team's going to come on. They attempt the extra point here. He walked in the end zone untouched.
Well, after a nice first series, the Fredericktown Black Cats did a fine job of getting the Potosi Trojans off the field. Marched down. Couldn't convert on fourth down, and as a result, Potosi got the ball back, went 75 yards on a really pretty methodical drive. A couple of nice one big pass play over the middle, but mostly just running between the tackles.
Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and it's good. 1:31 to go first quarter. Potosi strikes first. They lead 7-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this.
That wasn't the drive they wanted to see.
Nope. Huh? What happened to him? I didn't hear. The heck? And welcome back to Black Cat football. Potosi strikes first here. They lead 7-0 as the Black Cats, Harwood and Reed Roberts stand back at their own 10 and await the kickoff here. That's usually the way it happens. You start off good, then you get stopped, and the momentum changes, and the other team marches right down the field.
Well, this is one of those games where I think we're going to see a lot of that. We may have several momentum shifts and changes in this ball game tonight, but this is the chance for Fredericktown to get the ball back and make a drive of their own and just keep this thing in a one possession and even ball game all night.
Looks like Lane Mercilli set to kick it off here. Two guys back for the Black Cats. A line drive kick picked up at the 10 by Philly to the 15 to the 20, 25. Goes straight ahead to the 30. He will make the 30-yard line. That's Harwood. Good return.
It's going to give them good field position.
Black Cats will take over first and 10 at their own 30. Let's see if they can get it back on track here. Switch sides with me here for a second, and I'll see if I can get that
you got it.
Computer back up and running here. What's the deal?
Dave, this is one of those scenarios where you've got to count on those big seniors up front to kind of lead you. You've got a nice mix of senior offensive linemen. You mix in a sophomore and I believe a junior, and but we've got 3 or 4 seniors up there that do a good job for us. And there's a good job of blocking.
Black Cats hand off straight ahead to Philly. Breaks it across the 40 to the 44. It's going to be a first down Black Cats as he gains 13. Good run by Chris Philly.
Yeah, that was a fine job of blocking up front. That's just what we're talking about. You've got to hold those blocks. You've got to give those guys just that extra step to get in there. And that was a big run. Gave them the field position they needed right now at the 44.
Spangler under center again, I formation. Takes the snap, hands off to Reed Roberts at the line of scrimmage. Break that across midfield, still on his feet to the 47. Finally tackled there.
Gain of 8.
Gain of 8.
Tough run by Reed Roberts. He's not just a kid with a lot of speed, Dave. He's a kid with a lot of toughness.
He is tough.
That kid, since the time he was a freshman, we've seen him do that here. He's a junior this year, but when he was a freshman, we saw him come up and play outside linebacker as a 130-pound freshman, and he did a fine job.
Reed Roberts checks out. Caleb Carver will see his first stint on the offense here.
Good to see Caleb back out there.
He's in at fullback. Chris Philly behind Drake Spangler. Takes a snap, hands off to Philly straight ahead, breaks the line of scrimmage. It looks like he'll have enough for a first down as he gets inside the 45 to the 44. We're going to get us lined out here.
Seems like they've found a comfort zone with that I formation. They've got Brian Carver at the tailback, Chris Philly fullback, lined up behind quarterback Drake Spangler. 32 on the left side. They got a tight end in Ryland Matthews, and we got twins to the top.
Spangler takes it, rolls to the far side now, looking down the field for Tyler Reed. Dives forward at the 38-yard line, incomplete.
He was well covered. ran a good route. They had a man deep, but that was probably a little too deep for Drake on that particular pattern. Rolling out like that, that's a tough pass.
Yeah, if you don't get to stop and plant your foot, that's a long way to throw the ball 35, 40 yards.
You bet. He had a man breaking open, but he threw it to Tyler. Tyler made a nice dive at it, just past his outstretched hand.
Did the right thing, threw it out there where only Tyler could get to it.
Absolutely.
Second down, Spangler takes a snap. Hands off to Carver. Hit immediately. Good play by number 6, Waylon DeClue, as he hit Carver behind the line of scrimmage. Going to lose 2, bring up a third down and 12 as the first quarter comes to an end. So far, 7-0 Potosi Trojans. Will take a 1-minute timeout and come back with the second quarter right after this.
Exciting news, folks, at Barrett Jensen Chevrolet. We've got the 2014 Impala and the brand new 2014 Silverado in stock right now. Folks, if you have not driven or seen the 2014 Impala, you owe it to yourself. The quietest sedan you've ever ridden in, gets 30 miles plus per gallon. Great automobile, very comfortable. We actually have an automobile with a huge trunk and lots of back seat room for the passengers. So please come see the 14 Impala. You'll be very impressed. In addition to that, we've got the 2014 Silverado pickup, 95% new, redesigned. What a special truck. Quietest pickup truck you've ever ridden in, smoothest, best gas mileage. You cannot believe how much this truck has improved. So come see us at Barrett Jensen Chevrolet, downtown Fredericktown, where cars really do cost less.
Football game here at Black Cat Stadium in Fredericktown, Missouri, and I'd like to tell you who we have calling the game tonight. We've got a great experienced crew here tonight.
We do.
We've got
lots
Rick
of
Williams.
years there.
The head referee is Rick Williams, a 34-year veteran out of Dexter. Umpire Mark Becker, a 23-year veteran out of Dexter. Linesman is Pat Carter, 24 years out of Poplar Bluff. The line judge Don Backfish, and he's been 24 years. He's also from Dexter. And the back judge Jimmy Smith, 16-year veteran out of Dexter.
Just about set to go here for the second quarter. Spangler in the shotgun again. Trips to the near side, one wide receiver to the far side as he gets a play from the side. Reed Roberts in the backfield with him. Going to hand off to Roberts. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Breaks another tackle. Gets inside the 30. Pushed out of bounds at the 24, maybe the 23-yard line. Good play by Reed Roberts as he bounced it outside.
Nice play call. They loaded it real heavy to the right side, ran back to the weak side, and a couple of blocks, and he was gone. He had that seam made, and he was destined to get that first down plus.
Good play by the offensive line. We'll tell you who they are here as we go along. Spangler in the shotgun again. Got Reed Roberts, the lone man in the backfield. Tight formation this time. One wide receiver to the far side. Got Matthews as a tight end again. Tailback comes to the near side, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Going to gain maybe 1. They'll give him 2. It'll be second down and 8. Reed Roberts again on the carry.
That offensive line you were talking about includes left tackle, Dalton King, left guard, Brian Fingers, center, Seth Fireball, right guard, Dakota Dowd, and the right tackle, Nathan Blaine. A lot of experience up there.
You bet. Harwood and Tyler Reed go to the far side. I formation again, Spangler under center. Hands off to Philly straight ahead. Breaks a tackle to the line of scrimmage. Going to get 1 and pushed back by the defense.
Didn't take long. He was met in the hole by number 68 from the Potosi Trojans, Colby Boyer, 5'11", 210-pound D lineman.
Going to gain 3. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 11 minutes to go, second quarter.
Here we go again. We're in that same part of the field where you're definitely looking.
Rylan Matthews in at tight end. 2 wide receivers go to the far side. Spangler hands up. Now he rolls to the far side looking for a man. May keep it. Tucks it and goes. Gets to the line of scrimmage. He's hit pretty hard there. He's going to get enough for the first down, it looks like.
You got to give number 85, Tyler Reed, credit on that one. Tyler was out in his pattern, saw Drake break it off and start running upfield, came back, picked off the outside linebacker, and allowed Drake to pick that up. Took himself.
Looks like he went out of bounds at the 13, so it's going to be first and 10 at the 13.
Got room for a first down? Yes, we do. Barely room there.
Spangler back in the I formation. He puts Matthews, tight end, to the far side. Tyler Reed comes to the near side as a wide receiver. Back to pass. Looking for Reed, looking for Philly. Philly hit, and he drops the ball. at the line of scrimmage. They were actually going to lose a couple on that one anyway. So,
yeah, the number 11 for Potosi, Jordan Huerta, 5'10", 170-pound sophomore D-back, came up and made the play. Probably was going to be a tackle for a loss.
Jake Reed, the linebacker, was also in on the play. Tyler Reed comes to the near side now with Harwood as Reed, Roberts, and Philly in the backfield, and they go with the I formation again. 10:20 to go, second quarter. Spangler under center. Takes a snap, hands off to Roberts, hit immediately and loss of another yard. Here we go again. Get down there and move the ball really well, and then the Potosi defense steps it up.
Well, they are flying up on the snap of the ball. They are just absolutely gambling. Those are just, they're sending 3 or 4 guys.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 13. They know that we traditionally don't like. Yeah, that we traditionally don't like to throw the ball too much. Although we've thrown it several times here. So I formation again. Harwood and Reed come to the near side again.
Oh.
Spangler drops it. Now he comes to the near side, rolls, got a block. He looks down the field for Tyler Reed,
yes.
Incomplete at the 15-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 12. Tyler Helms, I talked to Coach and he didn't say anything about Tyler, but Tyler's in street clothes there on the sideline.
Yeah,
so
probably any chance of thinking about a field goal, you wouldn't be sitting there. Maybe if Tyler was healthy, you might be considering that. But with Tyler in street clothes, they're going to go for it here on
4th down and 13
from the 16.
Spangler in the I formation again, same wide receiver set, 2 to the near side. Spangler takes it, looks again, goes to the near side, throws across the middle.
Picked
he
off.
hit Matthews in the chest.
Picked off.
Ball went straight up in the air, and Potosi picked it off. And the defender gets back to the 25 to the 26. Nope, they'll say inside the 25 to the 24. Potosi will take over there, 1st and 10 at their own 24 on a tough break. Stoned again.
Yep, they had Ryland down there close to the 1st down marker. Wasn't in the end zone, but they could have gotten a 1st down if they'd gotten to the 3. And got through his hands and popped off the pads and intercepted by Potosi, and it's going to be 1st down Trojans. With
Early score.
9:31 left in the
early score.
quarter.
St. Jan leaves Central 7-0.
Farmington's also up 7-0 on North County.
Potosi takes over 1st and 10. Vincent in the shotgun, takes a snap. Hands off to the tailback, straight ahead. Hit immediately, going to lose a yard. Good play by the defense. Dalton King in on the tackle.
Looks like Dalton and number 72, couldn't tell if that was the 72 Dakota Dowd or who that was in there with him.
A loss of 1, bring up a 2nd down and 11.
That may have been 79.
I didn't bring my glasses tonight. Biesmeyer?
That's
Vincent takes a snap, and now a whistle comes in and a flag immediately. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
yeah, number 79 is Colt Biesmeyer, a 240-pound, 255-pound junior. And
both teams struggling to get a little rhythm here. It's offside Potosi as they line up in the neutral zone, so they'll march them back 5. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 16. With 8:50 to go, 2nd quarter.
This is one of those downs that Fredericktown may not be excited about, the way that Potosi threw the ball a couple of times on that last drive.
2 wide receivers come to the near side, 2 to the far side. Vincent in the shotgun. He's got Riddle in the backfield with him. He takes a snap. Back to pass. Looks, pumps. Looks across the middle. Still being chased out of the pocket now. Now he comes to the near side. Throws across the middle. Incomplete to the intended receiver. But Gavin Wright was there and almost caught that ball. Good coverage there by the defense.
Patrick Smothers was back there with him. That was overthrown. Definitely the intended receiver was about 7 yards short of where that ball ended up. But it was very close to another Potosi receiver. But Patrick Smothers was there in coverage as well.
That's the forte on Vincent. He likes to stretch it out. He gets a lot of time to looking around. He's got some good receivers. He's in the shotgun again. Back to pass. Looks across the middle. Throws deep down the far sideline. And caught at the 45. It's a foot race to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. They won't catch him. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown. Good pass by Aaron Vincent that time. He pumped, froze the defense, and
found Austin Cooley, I believe, on the.
Cooley got down the sideline across midfield and caught that ball, and he went in untouched. Potosi strikes again at 8:14 to go. Second quarter, they lead 13-0 as we attempt the extra point here.
That was a well-thrown ball and hit him in stride.
Hit his favorite receiver, Cooley.
Once he hit him, it was not much of a foot race. He had such a big lead that he was just pacing himself into the end zone.
Lane Mercilli to attempt the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick is up. Right through the uprights. Good. 8:14 to go, second quarter. All Potosi so far. They lead 14-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Come back with more Black Cat football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Wayno's in downtown Fredericktown is now reopened with the best seafood around. Frog legs, crab, alligator tail, calamari, shrimp, oysters, crawfish, fried catfish, and so much more. Try their seafood combo platter. And if seafood isn't your thing, they also have burgers, steaks, and sides. A little something for everyone at Wayno's. Now open on the Court Square in downtown Fredericktown. Come on in and see Wayne and the gang at Wayno's.
And welcome back to Black Cat football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group. All Potosi so far, bud. We got to get this thing turned around.
Well, that's what we were just talking about in the break, that Potosi's got a little momentum going, and this is a big drive for Fredericktown. They need to get the ball, march it downfield. Don't have to do anything special. Just take it down the score, and it's a one possession ball game.
We've been moving the ball pretty well, but being stopped when we get inside the red zone, so we got to punch it in.
Yeah, we've had a couple of opportunities that have gotten away from us, and that's going to make this drive even more important.
Mercilli set to kick it off. He kicks a line drive kick. Picking up there at the 15 to the 20, across the 25 to the 30. Sees a seam at the midfield. He's gone. 40, 30, Reed Roberts, 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
No flag.
He saw the seam, and it didn't take him long to get through it.
That was a well-blocked return. I sat there and watched that, Dave. That was slow to develop. That ball rolled slowly past two other up men from Fredericktown. They just waited for Reed to fly up and pick it up, and now I know why. They stepped up, blocked that.
He saw that hole. His eyes must have been big as beach balls as he flew through that thing, and he went untouched in the end zone. Wow.
That's what makes Coach Lynn O'Neill excited, is when they get a special team score.
Absolutely. That turned it around. Black Cat strike at 8:01 to go. Second quarter, 14-6, as Ryan Morgan to attempt the extra point. Drake Spangler to hold.
Takes the
snap back, ball down, fumbles it. Gets it kicked off. Ryan Morgan, good job. Very patient by Ryan Morgan. Extra point good. 8:01 to go, second quarter. Black Cat strike. They trail 14-7. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more Black Cat football right after this. Woo. That's a way to turn the momentum back around.
Hey, you can't get them offensively. Run it back.
There you go.
This is going to be a big place for a turnover here.
Yeah, it will. Fumble be nice. You see that other number over there, the far one? 32? Cooley?
Cooley's at 32. Looks like 26, and I can't see the close one there.
Black Cats get on the board with a kickoff return by Reed Roberts at 8:01 to go, second quarter. They now trail 14-7 as Ryan Morgan tees it up at his own 40-yard line. Back to receive Gavin Wright, Austin Cooley, and I can't see the one on the far side.
Possibly number 26 Garth Fair, or number 26 Dusty Douglas. But the guy that I think they're wanting to catch this kickoff and return is 30.
Ryan Morgan with a short step. Gets it to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, across the 30. Breaks the seam at the 35. Gets out to the 36-yard line. Potosi will take over there, 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Well, we were talking about Fredericktown needing to step up and score on that last possession. And, that possession turned into a special teams kickoff return by Reed Roberts.
We'll take it.
And makes it a big defensive series for the Black Cats. This is huge right here.
Still 8 minutes to go, second quarter. Black Cats trail 14-7. Potosi still in the huddle there. Got some updates from around the league.
We sure do. Currently it's 7-0. St. Genevieve leading Central. North County leads Farmington 12-7. DeSoto up on Windsor 6-0. As we expected, a tight one at Maplewood. Maplewood 8. Perryville 6 in the first quarter.
Vincent hands off to Riddle across the far side, gets to the outside. Gets out across the 45 to the 48. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Well, this Black Cat defense needs to step up right here. It's one of those bend, don't break times.
Pittsburgh and the Cincinnati Reds. Pittsburgh leads 2-1. Blues trail the Wild 1-0, and the Cardinals leading the Cubs 2-0 in that game in the first inning.
All right. Hillsboro is tied with Festus. Now, there's kind of a shocker. Festus is heavily favored.
They'll get it going. Vincent takes a high snap, hands off to Riddle straight ahead, breaks a tackle at midfield, gets inside Black Cat territory to the 48. It's going to bring a gain of 4, bring up a second down and 6. I think that game's in the first.
Yeah.
Should have brought my glasses, partner.
You know, Potosi looks a lot like Fredericktown. A nice group of athletes. Some kids that can do some really special things. You know, they've got 32, the Cooley kid, that does a good job. We've got some really nice athletes when they get their hands on the ball to do great things.
Vincent in the shotgun. Cooley sets up out here. Hand off to Riddle. Breaks it at the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 2 yards as they push him back to the 49. Good job by the defense.
Linebacker Dalton King stepped in there and kept him. Well, actually looks like they're going to lose one on that.
Make one play. You got to make another one, though. 3rd down and 8. Loss of 1.
And I may have that may have been Blake Reeves in on that as well. I couldn't tell. The old vision's getting hard on me, Dave.
Absolutely, me too, brother. 2 wide receivers. Cooley comes to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Riddle, lone man in the backfield. Vincent in the shotgun. Takes a snap, but straight back to pass. Looks. Now he scrambles. Looks down the field, way down the field.
Got a man.
Christian
Nice
Parsley. Nice defense at the 20-yard line. Knocks it down. Causes a 4th down and 8 for Potosi. Just inside Black Cat territory to 48.
This is one of those possessions that you wonder if Potosi decides to do something like a fake or something where they're midfield, but leading 14-7, I think they're going to play a field position. The smart thing to do, Dave.
Silly back to punt
would be
at his own 35. Game. An update from one of our fine listeners, dedicated listener, Mr. Darren Bowling, 7-7 Central in St. Genevieve. Punter gets it off. Ball bounces at the 40. Picks it up there. And Potosi's going to have it as Chris Harwood handled the ball, and he probably shouldn't at his own 12-yard line. Ball hit him in the shoulder pads, and Potosi recovered it at the Black Cat 16-yard line. Sometimes that ball hits the ground. You just got to get away from it, and I know he was trying to get a little extra field position out of that, but it's best just to let it roll, and that's what happens. Ball hit him in the shoulder pads. Potosi takes over, and a big break for them. Momentum shifter again. You stop them.
Yep. They're going to have excellent field position on about the 16, 17-yard line. So Black Cat defense with their back against the wall here needs to step up. And
Cooley comes to the near side. Vincent in the shotgun. He's got Riddle behind him. Fakes the handoff. Now he rolls to the far side looking for a man crisscrossing there. Now he's going to run it. Tucks it inside the 15 to the 10. Hit there at the 5. Spins away from a man. Dives for the end zone. Referee over on this side fell down. They're going to spot it, it looks like, at the 1, just outside the goal line. Potosi will have 1st and goal at the Black Cat 1. That's what Coach Henson was afraid of. You get Vincent out in the open like that, and he can run.
He does. He does a fine job. He rolled and finally saw nothing and had a big lane to step up in there and had a huge gain. 16-yard pickup. 5:45
to go, second quarter. Potosi 1st and goal to Black Cat 1. 1 wide receiver to each side. Kind of a wildcat type pistol offense. There's a ball almost snapped over his head. Vincent breaks a tackle, and now down he goes at the 10-yard line at the 9. Chris Philly brings him down there. Ryan Matthews also in on the play.
That's about the 4th or 5th high snap that Potosi's had.
Good thing Vincent's 6'10". He was able to go up and get that thing. Probably a basketball player, too.
Absolutely. He did a fine job of doing the right thing, which wasn't trying to do too much.
A break for the Cats here to see if they can hold now. Ball back outside the 5 at the 9-yard line, at the 8-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal for Potosi. 1 wide receiver goes to each side. Cooley comes here. Nope, that's not. That's right.
Looks
comes
like
to the near side. Hands off to the fullback. Hit immediately.
It's like 58, Dalton King again.
It was Dalton King. It looks like good play by him as he broke the line of scrimmage and was able to get the ball handler for another loss. one. They'll put it back at the 9. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Would this be a big stop?
This would be a huge stop.
Big momentum shifter here. I saw their field goal kicker kicking them from about 35 before the game, so they've got a weapon there too. Gavin Wright goes to the far side now. Cooley comes to the near side. Riddle
really
in the backfield with
right.
Vincent. Back
They're
to pass.
out.
He rolls to the far side, looking for a man, still looking. Throws towards the end zone.
Complete.
Throws it in the ground. As good coverage there. It's going to bring up a 4th down and goal. Good stop by the Black Cats again. One more time, boys. Or do we kick it here? Let's see what they do.
I don't see them bringing on their kicking team. Right now it looks like they're going to run I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a timeout here and talk about it. 4 minutes left in the half.
Their kicker is a lineman, Mercilli. 57. Let's see if he's – nope. They break the huddle with Vincent in the shotgun again. Riddle behind him. Cooley comes to the near side.
Super important that the Black Cat D-line doesn't jump. They watch the ball.
2 wide receivers. Now Riddle comes in motion as a screen, and a flag comes in.
Going to be a
Potosi
false
move first.
Start. Got a false start on the right tackle.
Black Cats getting every break they can here, so march them back 5 more, march them outside the 10 to the 14.
Almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 14. A big break here. Now we need to hold. This is where Vincent is dangerous, so as they start to roll around and find receivers. His favorite one is Cooley. Men checking in and out here. Potosi still in the huddle. 4:09 to go, 2nd quarter.
Just have to keep them out of the end zone here.
2 wide receivers go to the far side, 2 to the near side. Riddle still in the backfield behind Vincent in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Straight back to pass. Looking to the near side now. Overthrows his man in the end zone. Good stand by the Fredericktown Black Cats. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14. That's a momentum shifter there.
How about 1st and 1?
Whew. 1st and 1. 1st and goal at the 1.
1st and goal at the 1.
And all they did was go backwards. Good defense by the Black Cats.
Well, that negates the turnover.
Yep.
This is actually better field position than Fredericktown started with after the turnover. So other than losing some time here, we've got precious 4 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock for Fredericktown. So
now we need a sustained drive here.
With 3 timeouts left, that's a lot of time.
Brock O'Neill checks in as a tight end on the far side. I formation. Spangler under center. Takes a snap, hands off to the up man. Philly hit at the line of scrimmage. They'll push him back. He may have got to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Potosi playing a pretty good defense, so they're standing tall when they need to.
Yes, they have. They've done a fine job. They're not a real big physical team.
Kind of a bend, don't break. They let you get a few, and then they get down inside the red zone, and they stopped us both times. I formation again. Nope, Spangler in the shotgun now. He's got Reed Roberts behind him. Tyler Reed and
I don't know what we've got here.
Procedure against the Black Cats. Don't shoot yourself in the foot, boys. 5-yard penalty. They'll move it back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Tough break there. Come on, guys. Philly and Reed Roberts still in the backfield here. Spangler looks like he's going to run the same play here. So he'll go in the shotgun. No huddle. Tyler Reed.
Tyler's in the slot. Looks like number 10, Patrick Smothers, out here on the.
Philly goes in motion. Now Spangler scrambling. He's hit. Going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a few more. Back to the 6. Now the Cats are going backwards.
A lot of standing up by the offensive line on that particular play. I'm not sure if we had some confusion or if we had some guys in pass protection, some guys in run, but there was just seemed like we had a little bit of confusion on the offensive line there.
A loss of 3. Going to be 3rd down and 17. Ball inside the 10 at the 6, it looks like.
Fredericktown needs to get some positive yards here, make it a little bit easier punt if they have to get in that situation.
Spangler in the shotgun, takes a snap, straight back to pass. Looks across the middle, nobody there. Tucks it and runs. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten 1. So they're going to bring up a 4th down and 15. Spangler hit pretty hard there at the line of scrimmage. He was able to gain 1, and Ryan Morgan will come into punt here. Potosi will take a timeout here. We'll take a timeout with 2:21 to go, 2nd quarter. 14-7 Potosi. Will be back in 30 seconds on the Dawkins Broadcast Group. I don't know if I'm losing my. See what our connection is. Oh, we got a good connection here. We're losing it for some reason. Oh, my battery. Let's try something here. Hate to lose our fan, but Let's try something here. And welcome back to Black Cat Football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group. 2:21 to go, second quarter. Black Cats pinned back in their own zone as Ryan Morgan will punt from right at his goal line here. Black Cats unable to do anything as they got a break. Potosi had it first and goal at the Black Cat 1 and was unable to score. Black Cat same way, a 3 and out here, and Ryan Morgan stands at his own goal line as he awaits a punt here. Two guys back at midfield.
Good snap.
Ryan steps into a good punt, gets it high but not very far. Ball's going to bounce, and it hits a Potosi guy.
Oh,
get on it,
ball.
Black Cats. We'll see. There's a mad scramble. Black Cats say they have it. And I never saw a signal from the referees.
I believe it's going to be Potosi. Oh, no.
No, Black Cats have it.
Offensive possession.
I never saw a referee tell us that, but it looks like.
I don't think they have yet.
First and 10 for the Black Cats.
We never got a signal, but we did get one from our new PA announcer, Mr. Tom Mooney. His maiden voyage tonight as he takes over from Mr. Goldsmith's retired.
All right. Mr. Mooney just was assertive in that. If it wasn't our ball, he was going to make sure it was.
Got an update here, 14-7, St. John. Black Cats catch a break here as the punt hit one of the Potosi Trojans. Drake Spangler back to pass out of
running
back. Now he rolls. Now he's still looking. Tuck it and go. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet. Gets out to the 30. Across the 30 to the 32. Good run. Good run by Drake Spangler there. He's going to end up gaining 4 yards there. 5 yards.
Takes it down under 2 minutes. Fredericktown still with 2 timeouts.
Black Cats on the move here. They go no huddle. Spangler being the shotgun with Philly and Reed Roberts. Philly goes to the slot now. 2 wide receivers come to the near side.
Fredericktown has 3 timeouts. Potosi has 2 timeouts.
Spangler in the shotgun.
Motion.
Puts Philly in motion. Back to pass, straight back to pass. Now he rolls to the near side, throws to the near side to Philly, and was unable to get anything on that pass. Incomplete. It's a good thing. He had good coverage there. Number 11, Jordan Horta on the coverage there. Incomplete. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Stop the clock, but this is that position that Fredericktown definitely needs to move the chains.
Be nice to punch one in here, change the momentum here at the half. 1:25 to go, second quarter. Spangler now under center in the I formation. Takes a snap, back to pass, looks straight ahead, throws to the far side. He's got Smothers there, gets across the 40, should have got out of bounds to the 41. Had an opportunity to get out of bounds, but didn't do it.
This is where Fredericktown will probably burn that first time out.
Haven't seen a signal yet here. Patrick Smothers on the catch. Gets out to the 43. It'll be first down Black Cats, but the clock is running. 1:10 to go, second quarter.
That's the beauty of high school football. The clock stops to move the chains, and so it gives you a little time to make that decision.
Spangler in the shotgun. Back to pass. Now he rolls to the far side. Still rolling. Throws off his off foot. Caught at midfield. Did he catch it? They will say he caught it. A gain of 8 to Brock O'Neill. Right at midfield. Clock continues to run. No inside 50 seconds. Pick it up, guys. Smothers and Tyler Reed come to the near side. Philly goes in the slot. 1 wide receiver. Brock O'Neill to the far side. Back to pass. Spangler steps up. Throws down the field and hit. Intercepted at the 40. Gets to the 45. Breaks the tackle. Hitting down at the 43-yard line. Potosi takes over again. Spangler was hit as he threw that ball, and it was a little lame duck went up there, and Potosi was able to intercept it at their own 40-yard line with 32 seconds to go. That's where you got to be careful here.
Looked like number 88, Jake Reed, 6'1", 190 linebacker for the Trojans, picked that off and returned it about 8 yards, and it's going to be first down with 31 seconds left in the first half. And Potosi has 2 timeouts, so it'll be interesting to see if they take that knee or they try to air it out and get that score.
I don't think so. Vincent in the shotgun. He's got Riddle in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to each side. Back to pass. Looking. Now he rolls to the far side. Tried to get hit from behind. Now he breaks it across the 45. Still on his feet. He looks for the out of bounds. Stiff arms a man at the 41 and goes out of bounds with 21 seconds to go in the half.
He's an elusive runner.
Good play by Vincent. Had nothing, so he tucked it and ran and got out of bounds. Stopped the clock.
21 seconds left in the half.
Ball on the 40-yard line. Don't forget to join us for the Wards Farm Center halftime show. Appreciate our special guest, Mr. Jeff Jensen, joining us tonight, filling in for Chuck Piniel, doing a fine job. Appreciate that.
It's always good to be here. It's been a pretty exciting first half of football. Pretty intense as far as the
Vincent straight backs the pass, throws to the near side, incomplete as he skipped it to the wide receiver.
Seems like just about the time Potosi is about to step up and make it a 3-score game. Fredericktown does something exciting, and of course it was 14-0. Fredericktown returns a kickoff, 85 yards for a touchdown, and Reed Roberts had a kickoff return to make it 14-7, and since then it's just been back and forth.
Second and 10. Potosi at the Black Cat 40-yard line. Incomplete pass to Spangler. Now 4 wide receivers set again. Vincent takes a snap. Straight backs to pass. Looks for a man. Looks across the middle. In and out of the hands of number 9, Gavin Wright. He was wide open at the 28-yard line. Another break for the Black Cats there. He would have got positive yardage after the catch there too. 13 seconds to go in the second quarter here. Black Cats need to stand, not allow any more points on the board as they trail 14-7.
Yeah, Fredericktown just wants to take this thing into halftime, down a score, but make some adjustments, do some things. I think offensively they're going to have to do some things on their offensive line.
Riddle in the backfield behind Vincent again in the shotgun. 4 wide receiver set, back to pass. Now he rolls to the far side, being chased by Rylan Matthews out of the pocket. Now he throws down the field and caught. They'll say out of bounds. Good catch by. Is that Chandler again? No, that's
22.
Chandler Franklin. That's right. Good catch, but he was out of bounds. Clock stops with 5 seconds to go, but it's bring up a 4th down and 10 at the Black Cat 40 here. No Hail Marys here, guys. Play a little prevent defense and leave it at that.
Timeout, Potosi.
Well, 5 seconds left. There's only one thing that's going to happen. The ball's going to.
Timeout, Potosi with 5 seconds to go. Let's take a quick timeout and come back with the end of the second quarter right after this 30-second timeout. I don't know what we're losing. We're not losing reception, but we're not refreshing. What's the deal here?
Is there a F5 you'd rather me hit?
No? I can't even see it. I don't think so, but what's the deal now? It froze. I'll get it at the break. Potosi just now coming out of the huddle from the timeout here with 5 seconds to go. 4th and 10, Potosi at the Black Cat 40-yard line. We'll have a special guest at halftime. Mayor of Fredericktown, Ms. Kelly Karoka, is going to join us here. Talk a little bit, see what's going on in the city of Fredericktown.
And there's a big football fan.
Absolutely. Doesn't miss a game. I don't think that whole family of hers big football fans.
Absolutely.
Vincent in the shotgun, 4 wide receiver set again. Riddle behind him. Straight back to pass. Looking, throws it to the far side. Oh, and pitches it to Cooley at the 30. A little trick play there to the 20. Breaks it at the 10. Sidesteps a man at the 5 and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Potosi. With 5 seconds to go, they tried a little trick play there across the middle. Caught at the 25. Pitched it back to Cooley at the 30. He went around the far side and stepped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The old flea flicker.
That is a backbreaker.
Kind of a modified hook and line.
Wayno's in downtown Fredericktown is now reopened with the best seafood around. Frog legs, crab, alligator tail, calamari, shrimp, oysters, crawfish, fried catfish, and so much more. Try their seafood combo platter. And if seafood isn't your thing, they also have burgers, steaks, and sides. A little something for everyone at Wayno's. Now open on the Court Square in downtown Fredericktown. Come on in and see Wayne and the gang at Wayno's.
A successful fall hunting season starts with a stop at Ward's Farm Center in Fredericktown. You'll find a knowledgeable staff that can help you create a quality food plot that will keep the wildlife coming back to your hotspot. Choose from buck forage oats, wheat, winter rye, turnip seed, radishes, whitetail clover, sugar beets, or any of the many fall wildlife mixes. Lime fertilizer, drag harrows, cedars, spreaders, feeder, game cameras, and more. They also have a large selection of deer minerals and attractants. Trophy Rocks 465 Mineral, BB Square, liquid molasses, buck jam, deer desire, block topper, and the list goes on at Ward's Farm Center in Fredericktown. They don't just sell it, they live it. You can find it all at your one-stop shop for fall. Ward's Farm Center in Fredericktown. Fast, friendly, knowledgeable service. Call them today at 783-3100.
Oh, Dave's getting loud, but he don't mean no harm. We're just country boys and girls getting down on the farm.
So, Clay, a lot of people are starting to save money with Farm Bureau insurance.
Guess they're getting the message. You don't have to be a farmer.
We make a great team.
You make a great assistant.
Actually, I'm in charge.
No, I don't think so.
Really? See ya.
He'll get over it.
Folks, Dennis Barrett from Barrett Jensen Chevrolet, and we're going to be talking about our 2013 closeout specials that we've got going right now at Barrett Jensen Chevrolet, downtown Fredericktown. Good selection of Silverado pickup trucks, great selection of cars, all the way from the Spark to the Cruze, the Sonic, you name it, we got it. So please come see us at Barrett Jensen Chevrolet, downtown Fredericktown, where cars really do cost less.
And John and Jamie actually have the Cuborama. That's a big deal. We talked about that a little bit. That'll be at the Azalea Park, Wanda Priest Park. That's a big show. If you like tractors, you need to go down there and check that out, because I was down there earlier today, and man, there's a lot of tractors down there. John and Jamie do a great job with that.
Yes, they do.
And again, the Madison County Fair next week. Next weekend, that'll open up on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you get an opportunity, come to Fredericktown and spend a little time, spend a little money, more importantly, right? Keep the economy rolling.
That's right.
Okay, we're both teams making their way back onto the field here. Kelly, great to have you. Appreciate you joining us. Every time we learn something new, and we'll look forward to having you again.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Kelly Karokas, the mayor of Fredericktown, as we roll on here with the Ward's Farm Center halftime show. We'll take a quick 2-minute timeout. Both teams making their way back onto the field here, getting ready for the second half. See if the Black Cats can put it back together after that jolt they took right at the half there, with Potosi scoring, making it 20-7. So we'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with more of the Ward's Farm Center halftime show right after this.
A successful fall hunting season starts with a stop at Ward's Farm Center in Fredericktown. You'll find a knowledgeable staff that can help you create a quality food plot that will keep the wildlife coming back to your hot spot. Choose from buck forage oats, wheat, winter rye, turnip seed, radishes, whitetail clover, sugar beets, or any of the many fall wildlife mixes. Lime fertilizer, drag harrows, seeders, spreaders, feeder, game cameras, and more. They also have a large selection of deer minerals and attractants. Trophy Rocks 465 Mineral, BB Square, liquid molasses, buck jam, deer desire, block topper, and the list goes on at Ward's Farm Center in Fredericktown. They don't just sell it, they live it. You can find it all at your one-stop shop for fall. Ward's Farm Center in Fredericktown. Fast, friendly, knowledgeable service. Call them today at 783-3100.
Oh, Dave's getting loud, but he don't mean no harm. We're just country boys and girls getting down on the farm.
Exciting news, folks, at Barrett Jensen Chevrolet. We've got the 2014 Impala and the brand new 2014 Silverado in stock right now. Folks, if you have not driven or seen the 2014 Impala, you owe it to yourself. The quietest sedan you've ever ridden in, gets 30 miles plus per gallon. Great automobile, very comfortable. We actually have an automobile with a huge trunk and lots of back seat room for the passengers. So please come see the 14 Impala. You'll be very impressed. In addition to that, we've got the 2014 Silverado pickup, 95% new, redesigned. What a special truck. Quietest pickup truck you've ever ridden in, smoothest, best gas mileage. You cannot believe how much this truck has improved. So come see us at Barrett Jensen Chevrolet, downtown Fredericktown, where cars really do cost less.
at this point, you got to, I think all Coach Hinson can say is, boys, we played a very physical first half. We've been in the game. We've made a few mistakes. We've got some turnovers. We've been beat on 3rd and 16 for 65 yards and a touchdown. We got beat with 4 seconds left to go in the half for a touchdown. And I think what they've got to do now is take charge of the offensive line. I think that the key to the second half is Fredericktown maintaining offensive line dominance. And when they get over on defense, they've got to control the line of scrimmage.
Harwood and Reed Roberts back to receive. Picked up at the 30-yard line by an up man. 24, breaks a tackle across the 40. Still on his feet, spins around. Still going at the 45. It's 24.
That's Matthew Williams.
Matthew Williams. Little Matt Williams. Great job there. He wasn't sure when he run into a pack there what to do, so he just spun around and went forward again. So
Matthews, he showed some speed there. He's got some wheels.
Brought it out to the 45. Black Cats take over there, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Just underway here in the second half. Appreciate everyone listening tonight. We got some fine listeners out there, including my nephews and my great-nephews. Appreciate you all listening. Nathan, Carson, Mike. Handoff straight ahead to Reed Roberts across the 45 to the 47.
Matthew, when we did that kickoff, he did a nice job of keeping the ball under control. He's just a freshman, so he hasn't had a lot of touches on a varsity game yet.
Hang on to that thing.
Hang on, and that's what he did. He did the right thing. He got down, held on to it.
Bryson, I didn't forget you. My nephew's there. Tyler Reed comes to the near side with Harwood. Spangler under center I formation. Takes a snap, hands off to Philly straight ahead, breaks a tackle. Gets a gain of 1. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. Ball close to midfield at the 47-yard line.
They've just got to get a little bit more fire off that offensive line. They're just not getting to that.
Yeah, we've got to get better yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
To the second level. They're getting too many arms at the defensive linemen are getting a hold of our backs at the line of scrimmage. We've got to get on. We've got to hold some blocks.
Now Harwood goes to the far side. Tyler Reed to the near side. I formation again. Spangler under center. Philly behind him. Takes a snap. Fake to Reed Roberts. Throws to Philly at the midfield. 1st down. 45. Breaks it to the 40 and hit hard at the 35-yard line and goes out of bounds. Big hit there by number 38.
Redemption right there for the offensive line. They gave Drake plenty of time to throw the football. Did a nice job. Let that play develop. That didn't happen without good offensive line play.
That was 88.
Drake rolled out, made a nice pass. Hit Chris Philly in stride. Lets us pick up enough yards for a 1st down, and now we're in.
1st down. Drake Spangler hangs off to Philly again, straight ahead, a gain of 3. Philly having a pretty good night, a gain of 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Looked like number 57, Lane Merciel, with the tackle, senior from Potosi.
Just getting underway here in the second half. 10-14 to go, 3rd quarter. Tyler Reed hobbling a little bit, comes to the near side. He's got a little hitch in his giddy up there. Harwood goes far to the far side. I formation. Matthews in tight end. Spangler takes a snap. Pitch to Reed Roberts. Waits.
Good block.
Tries to turn the corner. Ooh, and hit at the line of scrimmage. Might have got 1.
2 or 3.
Tried to stretch it out. Had a few pretty good blocks there, but good pursuit by the Potosi defense.
Matthews did a good job of turning that in. He and the tackle let that play develop a little bit. Philly got the corner. Didn't quite get him enough to not string that play out.
3rd
Reed
down.
Didn't have a lot of room to go.
3rd down and 7.
Reed didn't have a lot of place.
2 wide receivers come to the near side. Drake Spangler rolls to the near side, looking for a man, still looking, throws, caught by Tyler Reed at the 25. Let's see where they're spotted. It's going to be close to a 1st down.
They're not moving the change yet.
It's going to bring up a 4th down just outside the 25-yard line. I think it's hard to see from here, but I think we need to get to the 25, so about 4th and 1.
Here we go again.
No huddle offense again. We need to convert these 4th downs here, 4th and short. Tyler Reed now, he's got a hitch in his giddy up over there. He's hobbling pretty good. Harwood comes to the near side. Tyler Reed, a wide receiver on the far side. Spangler under center, hands off to Philly straight ahead. Looks like he's going to have enough for a 1st down. They spot it inside the 25. Referee says 1st down. What do you see?
1st down. That's a play, Dave, that there's no nose man. They got the 2 tackles. Drake Spangler just takes a snap. He's got 4 yards automatically. I thought they might just, audible to that where Drake takes a quarterback keeper. He's probably going to get 3 or 4 yards.
He gave to Philly, got the first down. Spangler again under center.
But
fakes. Now he rolls to the far side, being hit. And down he goes at the 35-yard line. Man missed his block. There's number 6, Waylon DeClue. Got in there and got Spangler for a loss of 10. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 20. Man, they just can't get any consistency going here.
Just one step forward, 2 back here. This is a big drive. The Cats really need to take this thing, get some momentum, score here, and make it a one-possession game.
2nd and 20. Now they put Philly in motion, and the ball hits the ground, and flags come in.
We're either going to have a false start.
False start against the Black Cat. Moving back 5 more. Shooting themselves in the foot here.
Illegal motion against the Black Cats.
It's going to be 2nd down, 25.
2nd and 25. They're going backwards here, guys. Come on. Ball at the 38-yard line now of Potosi.
Going to have to get down to about the 13 for 12 for a first down, it looks like.
Let's get part of it here. If you have to punt, at least you can pin them deep, hopefully. Now they come trips to the near side. Ryland Matthews goes to the far side.
He's man-to-man. This is
hands off to Reed Roberts, breaks a tackle, gets down to the 35. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 21. Ball resting on the 35-yard line. Tried to catch him off guard there. Go
Reed
trips.
Picked up 4 there.
Looks like a passing situation, and
Dave,
you trap it back to Reed.
I think in this part of the field, it wouldn't shock me to see him go for it twice here, depending on what happens. If they can pick up 8 or 10 yards here and make it.
Ryland Matthews, the wide receiver on the far side with Philly. They put Harwood in motion. Hands off to Harwood on the far side. Tries to turn the corner. Hit there and going to lose another yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 22. 4th down and 22. The Cats are going backwards here. Good defense, so you got to give them credit. They're stretching the line of scrimmage out and not giving them any place to turn up the field and then making the play.
Absolutely. Cats send out number 54, Ryan Morgan, the punter, so it looks like they're going to try to play the field position game here.
He needs to get this thing high. He can certainly punt it into the end zone if he wanted to, but get this thing high and make him fair catch it. And now the both guys come up to the line of scrimmage here, so they're gonna let the ball just roll here. Now you just need to punch it over the line of scrimmage here and let it roll. You don't want it to go in the end zone. Ooh, and they almost did. Good kick. We lost it here. It went out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 15, 14-yard line. It's really hard to see up here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's going to be about a 25-yard punt, but
not bad.
Going to have them inside the 20.
Not bad. Now the defense needs to stand here. 6:26 to go, 3rd quarter. Potosi leads 20-7. Looks like it's going to be on about the 14 or 15-yard line. Potosi will take over there 1st and 10. With 6:26 to go in the 3rd.
Similar drive to what we saw early in the game, Dave. We saw Fredericktown drive at the length of the field, get down to the 15-yard line, and can't punch it in.
Yeah, struggling again here. We need to get the offense on track.
Well, on a first down play, it's number 14, I believe.
That's Riddle, Blaine Riddle.
Blaine Riddle with the carry up the middle for a pickup of about 5. Going to be 2nd and 5. The way that Potosi's thrown the football, I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out and throw a little bit more this half. They've had a lot of luck.
Yeah, you're leading 20-7, though. The best thing to do is keep the ball on the ground, keep control, and run that clock.
They can run the clock, but
Cooley comes to the near side. Vincent in the shotgun again with Riddle behind him. One wide receiver to the far side. Takes a snap, a high snap again. Pitch to Riddle to the near side. Philly's got him trapped in the backfield, and down he goes at the 12-yard line. They'll give him the 13-yard line, a loss on the play. Good open field play by Philly there on a pretty good fullback.
You bet anytime you get that high snap, the quarterback's got to field that high snap. That just throws everything off, gives the defense a great advantage. Play just never developed, and Chris Philly stepped up and made the tackle for a loss.
5:23 to go, 3rd quarter. Potosi back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10. As Vincent's in the shotgun again with a forward wide receiver set. Straight back to pass. Looking. Now he's flushed out of the pocket to the far side. Ooh. A good block there as he turns the corner. Now he throws it up the field. Caught at the 30-yard line by Cooley. Is it?
Could look like number 14.
14, Vincent. That's Blaine Riddle.
Or Riddle again, I'm sorry. Blaine Riddle.
Riddle out of the backfield, so he had a lot of time, and that's the thing about Vincent. He stretches the play out and give guys time to get open there, and they move the chains again. First down, a good play by Potosi. Had pretty good defense.
Oh, they had him back at about the 2-yard line on a scramble, and he just stepped up into the pocket and threw it for a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 4:53 left in the third quarter, and Potosi leading 20-7 here at Fredericktown.
So Potosi, Vincent in the shotgun again. Hands off to the fullback straight ahead. Blake's a tackle at the 35. Gets out to the 37. Manageable again. They gain 4 or 5. And the referee timeout here. Didn't see a flag, but the referees are calling a timeout here, and there will be a flag. I didn't see one come in. It must be in front of the Black Cats. Procedure against Potosi. They'll move them backwards. So it'll be 1st down and 15 with 4:36 to go for third quarter.
Potosi's put themselves in a lot of 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, and sure allows you to do some different things, whereas Fredericktown's been putting themselves in a lot of 2nd longs. And
yep, that makes the difference right there. When you're forced to throw the ball,
calling.
Absolutely, it doesn't give you too many options. Clock still on the move here, not in Fredericktown's favor. They trail 20-7 with 4:23 to go third quarter. Vincent in the shotgun again, straight back to pass. Looking to the near side, looks across the field and hit by Tyler Reed. Come over,
good
a little double coverage there.
Christian Parsley had great coverage on him. Tyler Reed was about a step from picking that off, possibly turning that into a huge play.
Tyler goes down the sideline if he catches that ball, and there's no one over there. That Cooley was here at midfield. Ball hit him in the shoulder pads. He really should have had that ball. Good defense by Parsley, though. He was there step to step.
Tyler he was the over-the-top help and was almost there to pick that off, just about a half step away.
2nd down and 15. Potosi breaks the huddle now. They come 2 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side again. Vincent in the shotgun, straight back to pass, looking for more.
Pressure.
Flushed out of the end. Steps across the 30, gets to the outside to the 35, pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Going to be a little short of the first down. It's going to be
third down. Going to be about 3 or 4 short.
About 4, it looks
Good
like.
play by Vincent. Still manageable, though. Third down, you can do anything. You can run, you can pass. This kid's pretty good ball player.
Defense has got to sit down on that a little bit better. They kind of let him get outside of the corner there, and we had him stopped.
Ryan Morgan checks out of the game now.
Probably for a short gain, but instead he turns it into a huge gain. That makes it 3rd and very manageable at 3rd and 4.
They're going to give him 3rd and 3. Vincent in the shotgun again. Cooley goes to the far side. 1 wide receiver comes to the near side. 2 men in the backfield for Vincent in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands off to Blaine Riddle straight ahead, and the defense meets him at the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a couple.
Rylan Matthews came down from his defensive end position, crashed down for a 2-yard loss, it looks like.
Dakota King in there on the help. Dalton King in there on the helper. Nice play by Matthews. Is that a flag? Will be a flag against Potosi, too. Let's see what they want to do here. They'll decline it.
And they're going to decline it and make it 4th down. Looks like maybe about 5 or 6 yards, so it's going to put them in a position where
the defense keeps stepping up, but they need that one big play to turn the corner here.
Really, the only score we've had is a special team score for Fredericktown. It's a long kickoff return in the second quarter by Reed Roberts, but the offense has been inside the 35-yard line on more than 4 occasions now.
Potosi will be back to punt here. Mercilli back at his own 20, steps into one, a good kick high, let it bounce at the 30, inside the 25. They're going to spot it at the 22. Black Cats will take over there. Good job by Harwood that time. He got away from that thing and let it bounce. Black Cats 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line with 3:28 to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of time. I mean, they're getting every break they could possibly get.
Absolutely. Kept the Potosi Trojans out of the end zone again. We're still at 20-7. At some point, you'd think that they're going to break one of these plays that we were so familiar to seeing last week at Perryville. Of course, this is a different set of
a little better defensive line here, right?
Players here than we saw last week. But at some point, you'd think we'd see that gap open up and one of those long runs break off.
Philly and Roberts in the backfield. Spangler under center. Hands off to Roberts. Breaks it at the line of scrimmage. Gets out to the 25, out to the 27. A gain of 4, maybe 5. Bring up a 2nd down and Second down and 5. They'll give him 5.
You know, Dave, I'm sure Mark Casey and his staff over at Potosi all week had a 28 back there saying whenever he does this, be there. Because he was the number. You know, Reed's the guy that rushed for a lot of yards last week, and maybe time to throw a little something different at him here. And
Spangler under center again.
Edge.
Give to Philly straight ahead. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle. Gets out to the 29. A gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 3. They're going to give him the 30. Just outside the 30 at the 29. So bring up a 3rd down yet and a 4. They move it back a yard. So see what they can do here. 2:35 to go. 3rd quarter. 20-7. Potosi here. Kind of a shocker. I thought it'd be a little closer here, but Potosi getting the breaks when they need them. Spangler under center.
If it wasn't for that last play.
Takes a snap. Quick out here to Smothers. Catches it at the 25 and hit it to 29. Might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. Big hit there by Cooley.
It's going to be 4th down, and looks like another punting situation. Black Cats will punt again here.
Cooley and Jake Coleman there on the tackle. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 4. And Ryan Morgan in to punt again.
You know, Dave, you take away that last play of the first half, and we're
still
right. It's a one-possession game.
That's exactly right. One play from being tied up.
But it's not, and Fredericktown has to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
Kind of like the Rams game the other night. You see that game? I think we
had
had more punch than we had first down. A big kick by Ryan Morgan. Gets it high. They're going to let it bounce at the 45. Takes a Potosi bounce. And the defender knocks it down, and Potosi will take over in good field position again at their own 48-yard line with 1:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. Interception would be nice here.
That was a pretty veteran play by number 58, Dalton King.
Try to knock it down and knock it backwards.
That ball was kind of kicked. A lot of kids will just watch that ball land and see where it ends up.
And it rolls another 5 yards for Potosi.
Yep. Absolutely, but he did a nice job of extending himself and knocking that ball down and helping a little bit on field position here, because as it stands, it's midfield. Here we are with a minute 33 left in the 3rd, and Fredericktown's down 20-7. They need to stop here.
2 wide receivers come to the near side. Vincent again in the shotgun with 2 men behind him. Takes a snap, hands off to Riddle. Gets to the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle, gain of 1, maybe 2. Be 2nd down and 8. Ball spotted just at the 49-yard line of the Potosi Trojans. They'll give him 1. Tigers take on Arkansas State tomorrow. What do you think?
You know, it's a deal where you're talking about a Sun Belt Conference team, I guess, against an SEC team. But, you know, sometimes you can throw that out the window. You just never know if the weather changes and it's a rainy afternoon. That kind of closes the gap a little bit.
Vincent takes a snap, tries a quick out to the near side and fumbled the ball, but was able to pick it up. Going to lose a couple yards. They're going to spot him back inside the 45 at the 43. So another break for the Black Cats here. It'll be a big 3rd down and 15 for Potosi.
He had that set up. They were just going to throw that quick screen, and they had about 3 blockers out in front, but the ball slipped out of his hand and turns into a 4 or 5 yard loss. Now, going back to that big game at Columbia tomorrow night, the Tigers should be favored in that. But you just never know. It's college football.
Absolutely. That's why they play it.
There's a nice play. The number 85, Tyler Reed, steps up and makes a nice play on that. He was definitely sitting in the pocket trying to make that a 4th and long. Wasn't going to let anybody get over the top of him. Saw the receiver come across. Vincent made a nice play, but
defense stands again, so it's a 4th
nice
down
job
and 9.
Defending that, and it's going to be 4th and 9. And
Potosi's got the ball at midfield here. They're just going to let the clock run down and end the 3rd quarter, and then they'll decide what to do. End of 3, all Potosi. They lead this ball game 20-7. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back with the 4th quarter. You're listening to Black Cat Football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
So, Clay, a lot of people are starting to save money with Farm Bureau insurance.
Guess they're getting the message. You don't have to be a farmer.
We make a great team.
You make a great assistant.
Actually, I'm in charge.
No, I don't think so.
Really? See ya.
He'll get over it.
Just set to go here as the start of the 4th quarter, and the Potosi Trojans getting ready to punt. Punter standing at his own 35, hits a line drive kick. Ball bounces at the 32. Looks Looks like it might roll out of bounds. They're content to let it roll. Gets inside the 30 to the 26. Black Cats will take over there. It'll be inside the 25 at the 24, it looks like.
Well, Dave, is this going to be the drive that the Cats get it going? Sustain a drive. They've been driving the football. They've moved it between the 40s pretty well.
You're running out of time here.
But when they get down inside the 40, they've had a little trouble punching it in tonight. Again, the only score for the Black Cats has been a special team score on a kickoff return.
Potosi a lot of credit here. Got some updates for you there, Mr. Jensen, if you can got your specs there.
I don't. Glad to do that. Let's see what happens on this first play.
Black Cats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25. Spangler back to pass. Throws out to the near side to the wide receiver. He gets out to the 30-yard line.
Zach Keller.
Gain of about 5. That's Zach Keller. Hasn't seen much playing time since Tyler Reed come back, but a nice play there for him.
So quick score, St. John up 14-10 on Central. North County up 34-18. That's in the third quarter. And DeSoto up 19-0 on Windsor. And one of our conference games, the last score we've got is Maplewood 8, Perryville 6 at half.
Spangler hands the ball off, and it hits the ground, and Potosi may have it. It looks like Potosi will have it. A little mishandle there as Spangler tried to hand it off, and the tailback dropped it, hit the ground. Potosi takes over again inside Black Cat territory, this time at the 29-yard line. Gosh.
Those were absolutely game breakers. When you're down 20-7, you got to have a score to get back within that one possession. And now all of a sudden it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 28-yard line. Potosi with the opportunity to make this game a 3-possession game.
Vincent in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers. High handoff again. Hands off to Riddle straight ahead. Breaks the tackle to the line of scrimmage. Might get 2.
Number 30,
down
Caleb
and 8.
Carver came up from his linebacker position. Made a nice play to keep that to a short gain, only about 1-2 yards. Caleb flew up and read that very well and made that a very short game.
10:55 to go, fourth quarter. Black Cats trail 20-7. Need a big defensive stop here. Maybe an interception and a run back. Brock O'Neill or Reed Roberts, one of them.
I like the way you think, Dave.
Absolutely.
But you're right. Something's going to have to happen. They're going to have a defensive score or something.
Vincent in the shotgun, fakes the handoff. Now he rolls to the far side, throws it across his off foot, caught for a gain there. Complete to, man, it's hard to see from over here. It's going to be 3rd down and 2, maybe 3 yards to go. Ball just outside the 20-yard line here as the referee calls timeout now. See what it's going to be. It's going to be motion against Potosi. They're going to bring that one back. I didn't see a flag, but
I don't know if that
I see it there on the far side now by the.
I think that's a huge play. Going to make this.
You know, we keep talking about this, but the Black Cats are getting every opportunity to get back in this game. Potosi will shoot themselves a foot, or the defense will stand up and make a big stand, but we just can't get the offense on track to get that big break there that we need.
With the field position that Potosi's had, the score could be a lot different than
Absolutely.
20-7. The defense has done a fine job when they've had their back up against the wall. The offense has had a tough afternoon, tough evening getting this thing going. You know, they just can't keep a sustained drive, but the defense has made this an interesting game.
Vincent in the shotgun again. Get some instruction from the referee. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. They roll the clock. Riddle in the backfield. Vincent in the shotgun again. 10:22 to go. Clock running. Vincent takes a high snap again. Back to pass. Now he rolls to the far side. Now he steps. He's going to throw it down the field. Oh, and a man open there. And, in and out of the hands of the wide receiver there. Smothers got turned around, and he actually thought he was going to get that ball, and then he realized it was over his head. That kid catches that ball. He steps into the end zone. Touchdown.
Absolutely. The Vincent boys showing a nice job this afternoon throwing the football. He's got a big arm.
Gavin Wright back there at the 1-yard line was unable to bring that down. Good play by Smothers. He was there step for step, and then when he turned and went for the ball, he realized he was coming up short there, and almost a touchdown there by the Potosi Trojans. Instead, it's 3rd and 13.
How about that? Big play for the Cats here. I'm sure that Coach Casey's thinking going for it twice here.
Absolutely. 2 wide receivers go to the far side. Vincent takes a snap. He rolls to the far side. Now he steps up in the middle, throws down the middle. Got a man open again, and good defense again by the Black Cats. Brock O'Neill at the end zone, right at the goal line, knocks that one down. It was a jump ball. It was a good throw by Vincent. He had his man right there. Brock
was with
O'Neal.
him step for step.
Able to recover and knock it down.
Brock did the thing that a lot of young D-backs don't do, is he turned and found the football. And by doing so,
was
you know,
able
Brock's
to knock it down.
Brock's not the tallest D-back in the conference, but he found the football, did the right thing, knocked it down, and kept that from being a big play, kept it from being a touchdown.
Got too much of his dad's genes in him, don't he?
How about that? Yeah, we need to brag on his dad here before the night's over.
All right.
I got a little story for you.
Okay, 10:05 to go. 4th down and 13. Vincent in the shotgun, takes a snap. Back to pass, straight back. Now he may run. Now he throws to the end zone. He's got a man there, but it's out of bounds. Good play by Smothers as he was there stride for stride. Here we go again. Black Cats will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31 or 2 yard line here. So another break. Tell us the story.
Well, I got to tell you here, with 9:58 left, while we're switching over here, the Cats are going to get the ball back. Coach O'Neal, Len O'Neal, was honored this week by the athletic directors in Southeast Missouri as Athletic Director of the Year. He's the AD at the middle school, and he's done an outstanding job, and they recognized Dayton for his 25 years of service. So that's pretty impressive to have guys like that on our staff. So
excellent.
What Coach Henson's put together here is an outstanding staff.
Spangler takes the snap, hands off straight ahead to the fullback, Reed Roberts. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Lynn's a great guy. He's coached baseball in his days and now a football coach, and he's a really good guy. He's really passionate about his sports, too.
You bet. He just loves these kids and has done a great job for the school district here. He's been here for years, and he's been recognized this week by the Southeast Missouri Athletic Directors.
Spangler in the shotgun again now. 4 wide receivers, and the snap goes off to the side. Drake Spangler picks it up and throws, and that ball could be intercepted. Wow. Spangler threw the ball to the 32-yard line, and the only man there was a Potosi Trojan, and he dove for it and was unable to get it.
That's one of those things that I'm sure that coaches told him time after time, fall on it, live for another play. Drake was athletic enough to pick it up.
He was fortunate. It bounced right up to him.
But probably didn't
make the right choice there.
choice by throwing that kind of blindly out there to only where a Potosi player could catch it.
3rd down and 10. Spangler in the shotgun. He's got 4 wide receivers. Straight back to pass. Throws straight across the middle to Tyler Reed and underthrows him. Throws behind him, actually. Would have only picked up 6, but it'll be incomplete, so it'll be 4th down. Caleb Carver checks back into the game. And here comes the punting team again. 9:15 to go, 4th quarter. Potosi still leads this one 20-7. Black Cats have had every opportunity to get back in this game and just can't get it done.
No, and just having a tough time moving the chains.
Ryan Morgan at his own 20. Just one man deep for the Potosi Trojans at the 25-yard line. Morgan needs to get off a good punt here. There's a snap. Steps into one. A pretty good kick. Ball going to bounce at the 38. They'll down it right there. Potosi will take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line with 9:09 to go, 4th quarter.
Hey, for those folks interested, just checked on the Cardinal score. Card 6, Cubs 0.
There we go.
That's at the end of the 4th inning.
One of the Black Cats coaches come over earlier and told me David Freese hit a home run. That's one of the key guys to going deep in the playoffs, I think.
Absolutely.
Freese has got to get going. If they get Craig back, he's going to have to roll.
They announced today he's going to be out the first round of the playoffs. He won't be playing in that. But
that's all right. I mean, they've got guys to replace him, but Adams is playing well, yeah. But when you get into playoffs and you get against teams like Atlanta and teams like that, the pitching's going to get a little better. He's going to have to learn to go the other way and take some of those pitches because he's a big play guy and likes to hit the big bomb, when he hits the ball hard.
You bet.
But when they start pitching him on the outside, first play from scrimmage, Riddle gets it and hit at the line of scrimmage, may actually lose a yard or two. Gang tackling there by Reed Roberts, Brock O'Neal, and Caleb Carver.
There was a collision there, and it's going to be about no gain, maybe a yard loss.
Good defense there. Rylan Matthews and Patrick Smothers also there on the tackle.
But that clock continues to click.
Yeah, that's the killer.
8:50 left in the 4th quarter. The Cats continue to trail here 20-7. Not been any scoring in this second half.
2 wide receivers go to the far side now. Vincent in the shotgun. You got 2 men in the backfield with him. Vincent takes a snap. Somebody jump. Vincent back to pass. Now he looks to the far side and ridden down by Rylan Matthews again. Another loss back to the 25-yard line. Good play by the
sacked on the play by number 32, Rylan
D and Rylan Matthews.
Nice play.
3rd down long for
They're bringing some pressure right now. You can tell that the last couple snaps that Fredericktown's really been bringing it. They're not going to try to give Vincent any time at all to sit back there.
8:05 to go, fourth quarter. Third down and 20, looks like 21, maybe 20 for the Potosi Trojans here. Okay, Brock, I've called it 3 times now. Step into one.
Yep,
Step in front of one and pick off one here.
How about
4 wide receivers set. Vincent in the shotgun.
There he
Straight
is.
back to pass. Now he scrambles. Now he's going to take off. Was hit at the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle. Hit again. Breaks another tackle at the 35. Push backwards to the 34. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 4.
4th down and 14.
14, you're right. I was looking at the original one.
14, and that's going to bring out the punt team again. So here we go. We're back in
Another
a similar
break.
scenario. Another punt.
Harwood.
The defense has done another fine job of getting the Trojan offense off the field.
Chris Philly trying to hobble off the field, and he's sent back. Now they pull him back off the field, and he's hobbling pretty good as Harwood drops back at his own 30-yard line here. Mercilli.
This is one of those situations where the Cats couldn't ask for a bad snap or something like that. They're actually going to have to block a kick here or make something happen.
Mercilli takes it, almost blocked it. A good line drive kick. Bounces at the 33 and goes out of bounds there at the 36. Check it.
Number 15, Christian Parsley, left his feet, almost got to that ball.
6:57 to go, fourth quarter. Black Cats dodge another bullet. They take over 1st and 10 at their own. Oh, they're going to spot it at the 42. So another break. Good field position. Just got to get the offense on track here. Spangler gets his instructions from Coach Henson and heads back to the field. Caleb Carver checks out. Reed Roberts will be the lone man in the backfield again. I think we got enough guys on the field now. Brock O'Neill steps on. I'm not sure what's going on here, and a little confusion here, so Coach Henson's forced to take a timeout, and he doesn't like it. 6:57 to go, fourth quarter. Black Cats take their first timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more Black Cat football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group. And back to Fredericktown High School here, fourth quarter, 6:57 to go. Black Cats take over 1st and 10 at their own 42. They've dodged another bullet here. They trail 20-7. Offense need to get on track here. Spangler in the shotgun. Rolls to the near side. Looking for Brock O'Neill. Still looking. Tries to flush out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 25. Hit again. Throws it to Brock O'Neill at the 47. Still on his feet. Dodges another man. Steps across midfield. Still on his feet to the 45-yard line. And a 1st down for Brock O'Neill.
You know, Dave, that went from about an 8-yard loss to a 1st down, 12-yard gain, 1st down, move the chains.
Great second effort by Drake Spangler and then by Brock O'Neill after he caught it.
Absolutely, both ends of that. But, you know, that's what happens when you don't give up on a play.
Wind the clock with 6:35 to go, fourth quarter. Black Cats inside Potosi territory at the 45. Caleb Carver checks in the game now in the I formation. Spangler under center, fakes it, looks across midfield, throws to Brock O'Neill, and had Brock O'Neill behind the defender at the 20-yard line, but overthrew him by 2 yards.
He had a step on him. He had a step on him.
That's Tyler Reed. He might have that.
Yep.
Tyler's a little faster, a little taller. Good play, though.
Yep.
Good play action there.
Well, this may be the drive. Maybe that play, maybe that little scramble where Drake hits Brock and they get a 1st down on a just an athletic play by Drake Spangler.
Brock O'Neill and Reed Roberts come to the near side. Harwood and Reed go to the far side. Drake Spangler rolls to the far side, looking for a man, tries to sidestep a man. Now he comes back inside. Hit at the line of scrimmage, gets back to midfield, and that's going to be all as he's taken down there by the defense. Good pursuit by Potosi.
Yeah, with 6 minutes left and down 2 scores. Cats are at midfield. I think they're just at that time where they've got to try to get a 1st down. Or this is probably a 2-possession territory.
Linebacker Waylon DeClue there on the tackle made a nice play to stand his ground and pick up Spangler. Now he's in the shotgun again. Reed Roberts goes in motion, fakes a handoff, fakes it again. Spangler on the keeper, gets across the line of scrimmage, puts his head down at the 30, at the 40. 3. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 6.
About 6 or 7. They got a little bit. It looked like that could open up a little bit. There was a little bit of action where they faked to Caleb Carver. They faked to Reed Roberts, and Spangler kept it himself. And it looked like it could open up, but Potosi did a good job of closing on that.
Now Roberts comes to the slot on the near side. Brock O'Neill, the wide receiver, 2 wide receivers, Harwood and Reed to the far side. Spangler in the shotgun. Has Carver in the backfield as a blocker. Straight back to pass. Throws across the middle to Tyler Reed. Incomplete. And Potosi will take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Offense just cannot get anything going at all.
You know, they've at times just looks like, well, this is the play it's going to take. This is the drive it's going to happen. And it's just been drive after drive after drive. They've not been able to turn it into points.
Defense going to have to do it again. Special teams. Lynn O'Neill, where you at?
Yeah, we're going to need
a break.
Need a break. Hey, just a defensive score, onside kick. See what happens here. Let's make it interesting.
Vincent breaks the huddle now with 5:04 to go, 4th quarter. 2 wide receivers come to the near side, 1 to the far side. Riddle in the backfield. Vincent in the shotgun again. Takes a snap, hands off, fakes to Riddle. Now he's going to keep it, turn it to the outside. Slips and falls, gain of 3. Going to get out to midfield to the 50-yard line.
Potosi's going to do what they can to keep the ball on the ground, keep the ball in play, keep the clock running. If they could move the chains a couple times here, it's going to make it real tough on the Cats.
They're going to spot it just inside Potosi territory to 49, so a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Dave, I got a couple quick updates for you here. Central 17, St. John 14 in the 4th quarter. North County 42, Farmington 18.
Wow.
That's a 3rd quarter score. Maplewood 8, Perryville 6, and that's the 3rd quarter score as well.
Fakes a handoff. Now Vincent slips and falls, going to lose several yards, and the Black Cats will take a timeout as Vincent was taken down at the 39-yard line, going to lose 5. Black Cats are going to take a timeout. 4:17 to go, 4th quarter. Potosi 20, Fredericktown 7. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more Black Cat football on AM 1450 and 103.9 The Mix. Gosh, they're getting every opportunity to get in this game. Pretty good defense, though.
Yeah, they've got an answer for everything we've done.
Yep. They've got an answer for everything. Baseball, 6-0.
That was the last I had.
Cardinals.
Let me check again.
He's checking again. It's loading here.
Yeah, 6-0.
4:17 to go, 4th quarter. Potosi hanging on to a 20-7 lead, and it's not because the Black Cats haven't had opportunities.
You know what, Dave? Absolutely right. The Cats have had the ball, and they've had the ball in decent field position at different times throughout the night, but we just can't seem to close. We just can't seem to keep that sustained drive.
A big 3rd down right here. 3rd and 13 for the Potosi Trojans. Vincent in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide receivers. Straight back to pass. Looking to the far side. Throws way down the field. Brock O'Neill there, and he's content to let it fall. Brock might have been able to catch that ball, but he was smart. He just let it go. And it'll bring up a 4th down. 4th and 13 from the 39-yard line of Potosi, so they'll be forced to punt here.
A couple of good things happen there. The clock stops. Gives us a chance to set up a return. And this is maybe we'll get a return right here. Bad snap, block kick. A lot of good things can happen.
You got it all in your forte here, but let's see what happens. Chris Harwood drops back at his own 25. He needs a big one here. Mercilli back at his own
punt block formation.
22.
There's no doubt about it.
Let's see what happens.
They're bringing everybody.
Get up there. Ooh, almost. Good kick. Ball going to bounce at the 35. Take a Potosi roll inside the 30 to the 22. Take over 1st and 10. They're going to spot it right on the 20-yard line. So we got a lot of work to do here, boys. 4:02 to go. You're going to have to pick it up, move the ball down the field.
We're going to have to see probably something outside. We've been trying to go between the tackles. Our running game just hasn't opened up all night. We just haven't had that big long run.
And you open that up with good passes, and we haven't been able to hit Tyler Reed or any of the wide receivers.
We've kind of been forced into some 3rds and longs and going for it on some 4th and longs.
Philly and O'Neill come to the near side. Spangler fakes the handoff. Now he does give it to the tailback. He's going to lose a couple yards. The defense was right there. They were in the backfield as Spangler tried to hand it off to Reed Roberts. He's going to lose a couple yards.
For no gain. Loss of about 4, actually. He's second down for the Blackcats.
Tyler Reed and Philly come to the near side. Now Brock O'Neill goes to the far side. Harwood going to come to the far side also. Trips to the near side. Spangler in the shotgun with Reed Roberts behind him. Takes a snap. Back to pass. Now he's rolling to the near side. Looking for Philly. Caught at the 20. Steps across the 20 to the 23. Might get out to the 24.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 7.
Got part of it back. Stepped out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 3:24 to go in the ball game. Potosi 20, Fredericktown 7. O'Neill and Philly come to the near side. Harwood and Tyler Reed go to the far side. Now they put Philly in motion. Takes a snap, and it looks like the Blackcats may have moved.
Had a receiver leave a little early.
It will be against the Blackcats. Gain 7, lose 5. That'll move it back to a 3rd down and 12, and not so manageable again.
3:24. Cats really need to strike pretty quick here, Dave.
You're running out of lives if you're the Cats.
They're going to have to break out the bag of tricks, and we don't have a quarterback with a big arm. Drake does a fine job of managing the game. He's got a real nice. Drake does
rolls
a fine
to the
job
far
of
side,
throwing
looking
the
for
short
Philly, and
passes.
overthrows him right through the hands. Going to bring up a 4th down again, and back that far, at the 20-yard line, you're going to be forced to punt again.
Yeah, you got to punt it away and hope that you can
get a break
or catch that break.
We got one break.
You bet.
Hit a Potosi guy. We recovered the fumble. Let's try it again. 3:20 to go, 4th quarter. All Potosi. They lead 20-7. The only score for the Blackcats was on a
as you and I sit here and said
kickoff
kick
return.
It away, it's going to be 4th down.
4th down. Spangler in the shotgun. We're going for it all right here. Spangler hit. Now he throws down the field, and no one there at midfield as he was looking for Tyler Reed. Tyler was tied up by number 14, Blaine Riddle, at the 40-yard line and unable to get away from him. Ball overthrown. Potosi takes over first and 10 at the Blackcat 20.
With 3:14 left in the 4th quarter. This is gonna be that position where you got to strip the ball. I'm sure the coaches are telling the kids strip the ball every chance you get because you just got to get a turnover here.
And if you are the coaching staff and the kids, you got to look at it like, what, guys, we had every opportunity to get into this ball game and we were just unable to do it. Do you give credit to the Potosi offense and defense, or do you just say, hey, we just let one get away tonight?
Well, I got to give credit to the Blackcat defense for doing some nice things in some tough situations. Offensively, just could never get it on track so far this afternoon, and we're running out of time here with 3 minutes left. I don't know how many
Vincent
more
in the
cracks.
shotgun, almost hiked over his head again. Hand off to Riddle, going to gain about 4.
But Potosi,
inside the
they've
20.
done a nice job. They were prepared. They've taken away our run, and we've not been able to get connected on some of the passing game tonight. So
the defense has done an outstanding job. We just can't get the offense on track.
You take away 2 long touchdown passes, and that's the 2 things that have got us.
That flea flicker at the half,
flea flicker at the half, and a long 65-yard pass that was 3rd and 16.
Cooley goes to the far side. Vincent in the shotgun. Two men in the backfield with him. Takes a snap. Pitches to the fullback. Tries to turn the corner to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Gets down inside the 10. They're going to spot him at the 5, maybe the 4, and a 1st down and goal for Potosi with 2 minutes, 31 seconds to go in this ball game. And I think the Blackcat fans have just about seen enough. They start to pile out of here now. Good crowd here tonight. Always a good crowd at Blackcat Stadium.
Good crowd, and we had a nice crowd from the home folks, and it looks like Potosi brought a pretty nice crowd as well.
Speaking of crowds, next week's homecoming.
How about
Maplewood comes into town. Maplewood riding on a kind of a rough year this year. Maybe we can get them and get us a big homecoming win.
Super competitive game. I think our kids have done a fine job this year. They play hard. They practice
Vincent in the
hard.
shotgun, pitches to Riddle to the near side, bikes a tackle, gets down close to the goal line, get down to about the 2. Good play by the defense. Reed Roberts and Patrick Smothers there. Brock O'Neill. 2nd and goal. You were talking about homecoming and Maplewood.
I think that'll be a pretty competitive game. I think Maplewood's down a little bit. They don't have quite the athletes they've had some of the past years. I think being here will be a nice homecoming game.
But when you come into a homecoming, it's always nice to try to spoil it. That's how you get your guys up. Is, hey, guys, we're going to spoil homecoming. Vincent goes under center now with the I formation. On the keeper, drives straight ahead, dives over the pile, and it will be a touchdown. I thought the referee was calling the play dead, but they say touchdown Potosi. 1:28 to go, and you can't ask any more out of the defense there. They've stumbled there, but 1:28 to go, and Potosi strikes again. They now lead 26-7 as the field goal unit comes in to try the extra point.
They were working on a pretty short field there.
Yeah, they've
not much.
Been doing that all night long, and they've done a pretty good job. To hold up to 26 is actually a win for the defense. Snap back. Now Vincent keeps it as he turns. Now looking for a man in the end zone. Hit. Throws to the end zone. 2-point conversion good. Why not? Nice play by the holder there. That was a design play as he picked that up and rolled to the near side. Had a man standing wide open in the end zone.
Cats had a chance to wrap him up there, and we just couldn't get the job done. It's kind of been that kind of night, Dave. It's just been one of those evenings.
It absolutely has.
It just seems like every time you get a guy in the right place.
Coach Henson there standing with his hands on his hips. He just, I can picture, what he's going through there. He just can't believe that as many opportunities as we had, we just were unable to capitalize on them. So
yeah, I think they've got a lot of things to work on this week. I'm sure they'll spend a lot of time on film, and you live with this one, you move on, and at this point, 2-3, thinking, hey, we win next Friday night, 3-3. Let's keep this thing.
And you got a lot of work to do to prepare for Maplewood, but you got a lot of distractions. Homecoming's great, but for a football team, it's a lot of distractions. As a coach, you think, hey, are these guys concentrating on winning this ball game? Are they interested in homecoming? Yeah, you want them to be a part of homecoming, but you still got to concentrate on what's going on here, and that's the football game.
You could probably ask every coach in the conference, every coach in the state. They'd say the same thing. I do not like homecoming
Absolutely.
week because I can't get my guys' attention all
the
time.
Every week when I interview them when it's homecoming, I don't like it. Too many distractions. I want to win the football game.
They love it for the kids. They like that part because, they love these kids. But when it comes to football, it just really does limit what they can do sometimes.
Masilli has it teed up at the 40 as we await the kickoff here. Another line drive kick low to the ground. Reed Roberts going to take it at the 25 to the 30, breaks a tackle, gets across the 35 to the 37. Good field position again with 123. Was it Harwood?
Yep, 34.
Okay. 123 to go in the ball game here. Potosi is led from start to finish. They lead 28-7.
We've had one score in the second half. Came late in the fourth quarter. It was 20-7 at half, and of course it was 14-7 late.
Fourth and 10 at the 40. Yep.
And or 13-7, I should say.
You go into the half down 13-7. You got to feel good about halftime score. Spangler takes a snap, rolls to the far side, looking for a man. He's got Tyler Reed caught at the 44 and gang tackled, thrown backwards inside the 40.
Drake was hit high. And I don't like to sit here and.
He struggles to get up too. He got hit hard.
He was hit high. I'm not sure there wasn't some helmet to helmet. I'm not sure how that rule applies in high school.
He's got his hands on his knees there. He's struggling.
There was a shot there. He took a shot.
Personally, I like the mixing up on the offense. I'd like to see a little Wildcat every once in a while. Get Caleb Carver more involved in this game. Yeah. Use that Wildcat. You get another guy handling the ball. Thrown out here to the near side at midfield to Harwood. Yeah. Skipped it to him.
You wonder if they were going to limit Caleb's touches this week on offense. He played a lot of defense and had limited possessions on offense, and you wonder if some of that was health reasons, trying to get him through this week. And
the pregame show, Coach told me he was fine, and I think that was just a front to. But I'm sure you're right there. They were going to protect him, and Mom and Dad sitting here right below us said he was fine. Monday morning he was ready to go, but the coaches know best.
Well,
even
kids are young.
Drake Spangler fumbles the ball now, and Potosi. Why not? Potosi falls on it, fumble on the play. Potosi recovers it at the 42-yard line.
41 seconds left.
Just need to get out of this ball game here.
You bet.
Call it a night.
Let's see. Is that our fourth turnover?
It is. Tough break for the Cats tonight. Potosi takes over 1st and 10 at the 42 of the Black Cats with 41 seconds to go in this ball game. Join us next week for homecoming. As we said, pregame show at 6:40, kickoff at 7 o'clock. A lot going on here, so come on out and join us if you can. Support your Black Cats. If you can't, Stay tuned right here on AM 1450 and 103.9 The Mix. Catch the game, any game, on KDKZ18.com. Vincent will take a snap, take a knee. Anytime you want to see a Black Cat or a Farmington Knights football game, just log on to KDKZ18.com. Froggy96online.com. Pick the sports tab. Pick any game you like to watch. Watch it in its entirety. Watch bits and pieces of it. Speed it forward. That's the joy of having it on the web.
This will be the last snap of the night, Dave.
It will. Vincent takes the snap, steps back, and that's going to do it. That's going to end the ball game here as the clock runs down with 10 seconds to go. Both teams shaking hands here. Final score, Potosi 28, Black Cats 7.
This has been Fredericktown Black Cat Football on KDKZ Channel 18. Be sure to watch this game anytime for free at KDKZ18.com.